Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration from A to Z 15-minute moments. I am your host, Tamika Harris, and this is our special guest, Tatiana with CZ's Adventure Jumps, which you'll get to learn a little bit more about later. But first of all, I know you are wondering, who am I? And wondering a little bit more about the show. Like I said, I'm Tamika Harris, President and CEO of Always Truth Incorporated, which is dedicated to teaching, reaching, and uplifting to help inspire people through the use of poetry, motivational speaking, books, and educational raps. Inspiration from A to Z 15-minute moments was birthed out of, as you see, my book, Inspiration from A to Z, and it's backed by popular demand. I'll tell you a story about that a little bit later. But what we do here on the show is the people who are on the show, the guests, they tie in a page from the book Inspiration from A to Z, just to inspire people and tell us about their journey and how they started their business or their life story. And so I have Tatiana here. Interesting story how I met her. My former neighbor, who is now her neighbor, introduced us, and I text her. She said, I want you to be a part of her event. And that was such a successful event. I wanted to tell them about that too, with her ribbon cutting ceremony. And we were just texting back and forth, and I just felt so blessed that her and her husband just set me up with a tent, and we just had a great time at their event. And they're good people, so I hope everybody out there supports them if you need them for bounce houses for schools. Very professional and great company. So you're like I said, you're going to learn more about them in a little bit. We were going to do an interview at the ribbon cutting ceremony. We did not have the opportunity because you know how that is. You were so busy. We didn't have the time. And then my friend Katina Hicks texted me about 2 weeks prior saying, you need to start the show again, Inspiration from A to Z 15-minute moments. I'm like, this is a good opportunity to interview Tatiana and get the word out there about her organization. And so without further ado, Tatiana, tell the viewers of your story of you related it to courage, zest, and motivation. So just tell us about your story and how it relates to those pages in the book.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm super blessed and honored. But yes, we've started this business right around we started actually wanting to start this business around 2018, when I realized that my current life lacked a lot of motivation, a lot of zest, and a lot of courage. And I was just really down. I reached a point in my life where I just wasn't happy with what I was doing at that moment. And when we got introduced to your books by Cheryl, our next door neighbor here in around 2020, and we started reading them, it really brought a different perspective and a different light to me and my family, especially my children. Yes, we when we first started reading, it was more of like just nighttime routine, nighttime stories and everything. And she was just getting into school, getting to go into kindergarten. And that was just such a tough transition for her, being from home during COVID. And it was just a big moment in our life when, we got introduced to your books, and it was just it was an inspiring time for us. And at that at that time, once we started feeling a little bit more happy and well onto doing better in our lives, we decided to start our bounce house business. The first time that we got a bounce house was around 2018. Yes. We got it for Chloe's birthday, and just the joy in her face and that smile and that just twinkle in her eye for those bounce houses was just inspiring to us as well. And since then, I can tell you, I won't even be able to count on my fingers and toes of how many bounce houses were rented since then, because they just fell in love with them.
Yes.
And yes, of course. So that little motivation, and we took a lot of motivation and a lot of courage to start this business, honestly, but we did it for our girls. We definitely did it for them, and it's just as soon as every single New Balance house or every single Balance house that we have, they just brings smiles and happiness to their faces, and it's just exactly why we started this.
Your story is so inspiring because you didn't tell me all of that. I just know that you said you passed the book around and you share it with people. And
Yeah.
so, wow, that's amazing because I started the business in 2006, just Step of Faith. I actually taught kindergarten
Mhm.
and I stepped out on faith and my business focused on building confidence and character. I said, you know what, if people have confidence and character, they can go far in life. We just need that extra boost of confidence just to step out on faith, like you say, and have courage and then start believing in ourselves. And once we believe in ourselves, then we can go far. But that takes a daily task to motivate ourselves, when times get rough and just
Right.
keep pushing forward. So I really commend you for that. And thank you for sharing that story. That really touched me.
Yes, yes.
So I know you
And
told
Chloe,
us what you say.
and Chloe, in your inspiration from A to Z, the page about the living life to the fullest but having a zest in life, that's
Yes.
Chloe's favorite quote.
Oh,
So she every single time, she was like, okay, mom, well, we got to do this, but we have to have a zest about it. So
oh,
it's
I
really cute.
love that. I love that. You
Oh
have to play
yeah.
the animation now for her on YouTube.
Absolutely. Oh, we do.
Oh yeah, I
She's
should have
all,
known that.
yeah, she's all over your YouTube.
Oh my God. Okay, now back on you. I appreciate, I really do appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Now tell us about the company and how you created the name. You told us a little bit why you started the company, but I love how you start, the name and how that was birthed.
Yes, yes. So we created the name after our girls. We have Chloe and Zoe. So that's why we named it CZ's Adventure Jumps. C and Z standing, of course, for Chloe and Zoe's Adventure Jumps. And we've created we honestly, just because everything that we did with our company was so around and centered around our children, even from any type of marketing or any type of ideas that we've had for our business so far, honestly, we go to our kids.
Yes.
And they're honestly I feel like they're the owners of this company, and I feel like they run it from half the time. And they just truly inspired us to start and move forward with this business. And it's
That's
like,
funny you said that with your kids, because I was doing a poetry video shoot for
mhm.
one of my poetries, I Am Free, one of my poems, I Am Free. And my son, well, I'm trying to record, he said, throw some rocks in the water because
Mhm.
that'll be cool to see the water splash up as you're speaking. And I'm like, that is a good idea. We need a big splash of it. So it's funny that we both have the kids giving us ideas to help us be better. And you know what? They'll be better people for that. That makes them leaders and, be able to encourage and motivate each other too and other people. So
Absolutely,
so keep
absolutely.
up the good work for being a good role model for your kids because they're learning a lot from you. Y'all are doing great things.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. How can people find out about any up and coming events that you have?
So yes, we do advertise for our events on our website, www.czsadventurejumps.com. We also have a Facebook where we advertise every single event. It's at CZS Adventure Jumps. And of course, our Instagram, same thing at CZS Adventure Jumps. We recently even started a TikTok. That's a little different for me. Yes, I'm learning. But the same exact page at CZS Adventure Jumps. And of course, Chloe, my favorite, my favorite little marketing guru. She's really trying to help me get through our TikTok.
Look, it's a struggle. I started a TikTok, don't know how to use. My husband text me, say, put your book animation on TikTok. I'm like, don't you
Mhm.
have to only put it, I think there can only be a certain amount of time on TikTok. So I'm like, I'll work on that. We're in the same point. We're trying to get the TikTok underway. We'll get it though. We will get
Absolutely.
it. And then I'm hoping for CZ's Adventure Jump to be a part of my book signing I'm not book signing. That's what it's called last year. Sorry. It's a school supply giveaway with vendors. It's the event on July 16th with the Women of Influence. So we're going to sponsor that and give away backpacks. We gave away about 150 backpack and school supplies to families. And so we're trying to get her to be a part of that event. Got to check the height of the ceilings and everything. And then if we're in the clear, you will see her at Lake Vista Rec Center on July 16th. So check our website and check mine for our upcoming events. Now leave the viewers with an inspiring word, message, or phrase.
Yes. So our all-time favorites is, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. I think that is our most motivational quote with this family. And it's really something that we stand behind and are really passionate about. Of course, your other one that we really, really love is living life to the fullest, but having a zest for life.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And that's so true about a smile, because some people will say, well, they're not smiling. You never know what people are going through. So like you say, just smile at them and you can be that source of inspiration or happiness for them. You can make somebody's day just by smiling at them. So I really like that phrase. You told us how to find out about your company. Anything else you want to leave the viewers with? Any final words?
Final words. Yeah, definitely put me on the spot there. Of course, we're super excited, of partnering with you, and as our business is growing, we're super excited to really be a part of seeing someone without smiles and giving them one of ours, whether it's through, promoting even your books because we're huge fans, or whether it's, doing it through our business and supplying reliable, high quality bounce houses for every family that is in need of a bounce house. We're definitely always there for our customers.
Yes, you are.
Yes. And then you can always find us at www.czsadventurejumps.com.
Thank you. And then they had their ribbon cut ceremony, like I was telling you. And I just want to tell all the schools, families, PTAs, hire them. Go on their website. It's very easy to try to book them. Sow a seed into their organization. They're good people and very professional. They had someone at every station manning the stations. And do you have that as well for schools? Or the
Yes,
schools are responsible for having their own people?
No, ma'am. Actually, due to, we are fully insured and licensed, and due to that, it's our job to provide, there's supposed to be one person per bounce house watching each bounce house individually for safety reasons and safety concerns. That is our company, and that is what we will provide for every single event, indoor or outdoor, in schools. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Now that's a person to hire you. We had someone come out and they didn't have someone there. The teachers are the ones who man them. So look, that's the reason I hire them. Let's work for your teachers and staff, get CZ's Adventure Jump, and yeah, definitely hire them. I thank you so much for being on the show. And everyone tune in to Inspiration from A to Z 15-minute moments. I'll try to do it every month, but if you need more information, go on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and then go out and buy the books. And then write a review. I need some more reviews. Write a review. And thank you, everyone. I hope you were inspired, because I know I was. You have a great evening.